What is up, YouTube? Collector KP back here with you. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video for a change. We're going to be looking at the upcoming, very hyped up set, Brilliant Stars. So, as you may or may not have not already known, yesterday PokeBeach dropped the entire set list, and it is absolutely incredible. We're going to be taking a look at the set here. Going to kind of go into just a little mini analysis of some of the cards. More so just taking a look at what the cards are in the set, as well as that 30 card subset that is going to be in the, possibly in the reverse rare slot of each booster pack. So it's going to be amazing. We're going to jump right into this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Have any thoughts, criticisms, concerns, or just want to talk and share your opinion, feel free to comment right down below. I absolutely love discussing cards with you guys. I am super excited for Brilliant Stars. It looks absolutely amazing. So we're going to get right into that set. Thank you, PokeBeach, for giving us the entire set list. And off we go. Alright guys, so we're actually just going to set the screen recorder on the phone and go from there. So here we go. We got PokeBeach all pulled up here, ready to go. So the first thing that it tells us is that the Trainer Gallery, which is the TG subset, 30 card subset, will be taking the slot in the reverse rare, in the reverse rare slots of booster packs, much like the reverse rare slot and Cosmic Eclipse when we had that special character rare subset. So here we go. We're going to scroll on down, just giving us some kind of random information just as far as what cards are not going to be included in Brilliant Stars compared to some of the Japanese sets. So we're going to kind of scroll through some of these cards, but we got the whole set list up and available to us for Brilliant Stars. Have the Torterra and that Gen trio coming in. The first card that we're going to be looking at is Shaman V and Shaman V-Star. So Shaman V, grass type Pokemon, 190 HP, Wing Flap, hilarious name, 30 damage for 1 grass, and Revenge Burst does more damage for each prize your opponent has already taken. Not necessarily a great thing to be playing. Shaman V-Star, however, 250 HP, Revenge Blast, Revenge Burst for a grass and a colorless, 120 damage, 40 more for each prize your opponent has taken. So again, not the strongest card. However, V-Star power, which I should tell you guys, V-Star powers and GX attacks are very different because the V-Star powers can be abilities this time, not just attacks. So you could have one turn where you literally, you play your supporter, you use your V-Star ability, and you attack in the same turn. Could really swing the momentum of the game. So very cool concept that they have brought back to the TCG. The Shaman V-Star ability is Star Bloom. And you use this ability only during your turn. Heal 120 damage for each of your benched grass type Pokemon. You cannot use more than one V-Star power in a game, so choose carefully. The other significant difference with V-Star Pokemon, which I mentioned before, is that they only give up 2 prizes, which is pretty nice. So scrolling on down, Zarude V, nothing really too crazy. And we got the heavy hitter of the set, Charizard V and V-Star. We can zoom in. Oops, that did not work right. We're going to zoom in on Charizard V. Incinerate for 2 fire, 1 colorless, 90 damage. Weapon, not too sure. Hold on. Okay, let's try that again here. Scroll on down here. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so Charizard V, Incinerate for 2 fire, 1 colorless, 90 damage. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. Heat Blast for 3 fire, 1 colorless, 180 damage. Nothing too crazy. So Charizard V-Star, however, 280 HP, obviously a fire type. Explosive Fire is your attack, 2 fire, 1 colorless, 130 damage, plus if this card has any damage counters on it, 100 more damage. So 1 damage counter, this card is doing 230 damage, much like Reshiram did. And then Star Blaze is the V-Star power, which in this turn is an attack for 3 fire and 1 colorless. 320 damage and discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. So pretty much enough damage to take out most Pokemon VMAX, pretty much anything else below. So, we'll see if that makes the grade or not. So we keep on scrolling here. Moltres is another card to kind of look out for in the meta. So 120 HP for 1 fire energy. Inferno Wings does 20 damage, and if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it does 70 more damage. So you might be saying, well, I don't want to leave these Pokemon out, let them get damaged, especially with something as fragile as 120 HP. We're going to get to a very special stadium card that is going to give you reason to be putting damage counters on these cards and using those high risk attacks where it's contingent on damage. We also got Raikou and Entei V, both of which are very pretty much the same thing. You got the fleet-footed ability on each one of them. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your active spot, draw a card. Very simple. And then Burning Rondo on both of them does 20 damage, plus 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon in play. So it includes both yours and your opponent's Pokemon. So we're scrolling down. There is Infernape. Simisear V is nothing really super spectacular. Got Kingler and Kingler Vmax for the first time. We'll take a look at this bad boy. Looks really, really cool. So something to mention that the starter deck 100 from Japan, all those cards are actually in Brilliant Stars. So like I said, this set keeps getting better and better with every freaking new card that we get released. So Kingler Vmax, nothing too spectacular. 330 HP. Has an attack for 1 water energy, bubble fall, search your deck for up to 5 water energy cards, attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Pretty solid, okay. Reminder, we're still giving out 3 prizes with this card. And Max Pinsir for 2 water, 1 colorless, 240 damage, and deals 30 damage to itself. So, not game breaking, but still kind of a cool card to have. Could be pretty decent in limited format. There's Empoleon, and then we have Luminion, which also gets an alternate art that we will see. It's further down the page. So Luminion, 170, basic V-type. Its ability, Luminous Sign. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So what broken card comes to mind whenever you see this ability? That's right, Tapu Lele is back as a water Pokemon this time. So it'll be interesting to see how much play this card actually gets. A lot of amazing supporter cards out there that we are still playing. Boss's Orders, Professor's Research, all that fun stuff. Marnie, the very, the nicely played supporter card at the chosen time could really swing a game as well. So, Aqua Return deals 120 damage, shuffle this card, and all cards attached goes back into your deck, but you still have to invest 3 energies into that card. So, moving on. Manaphy, a basic type Pokemon. Its ability, Wave Veil, prevents all damage done to your benched Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. So just as a reminder, that does not include any attack that places damage counters. It's just physical damage. But so Bench Barrier is back. We lost that whenever Mew rotated out. So kind of cool to have that ability back. Raichu V is another card that I think is going to really shake up the meta for 200 HP, Lightning type. The first attack is for 1 lightning energy, fast charge. If you go first, you can use this attack on your very first turn. Search your deck for a lightning energy and attach it. Easy energy acceleration, and then dynamic spark for 2 lightning energy, 60 damage. Discard any number of lightning energy from your Pokemon in play. All of your Pokemon in play. This attack does 60 damage for each one you discard. Absolutely fantastic. Does very, very well with Flaffy's Dynamotor ability from Evolving Skies. So let's just take a look at this freaking Electivire's beautiful artwork. There's that Raikou V I was talking about. Close up of that guy. Very, very cool artwork. Fleet-footed ability drawing cards as long as it's your active spot in Lightning Rondo. We know what that does. Luxray gets another stage 2 type, or another stage 2 card. Energy Crush for 1 lightning energy, 50 damage, times the number of energy cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon. So kind of contingent on how far into the game you are. And then Flash Impact for 1 lightning energy, 110 damage, and it does 30 damage to your bench Pokemon. So pretty decent damage for 1 energy cost is not a bad thing at all. New Mewtwo artwork, I'm not really quite sure how I feel about it. Looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not crazy about the way that Mewtwo is kind of drawn there. Grand Bull V is nothing really super spectacular. Keep on scrolling down. Dusknoir gets an amazing artwork. A lot of cards in this set actually focus on manipulating tools and special energy cards, so kind of cool that we're changing the focus somewhat. Whimsicott V, so you got Fluffy, Obstruction, Psychic type, 190 HP. Fluffy Obstruction for 1 psychic energy, 20 damage if the opponent's or if the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon. It cannot attack next turn. Fine. And then Cut and Guard for 1 Psychic, 2 Colorless, 90 damage during your turn. Opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. And Whimsicott V-Star, not really the greatest artwork, but there's only so much you can do with a fluffy cotton ball. You got Tricky Wind for 1 Psychic, 2 Colorless, 160 damage. Your opponent cannot play tools or special energy cards from their hand next turn. Like I said, we're targeting down a lot of special energies and a lot of tools in this set. And then a Cotton Ball is a V-Star power. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So very interesting bench sniper that we have here. So, you got 3 energies attached to it. That's 180 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. It could even be attacked main Pokemon if you wanted it to be. But it's just interesting that you can choose, you can snipe one of them off the bench. So, got one of those V's that they're trying to, wait and evolve up, and they got all the energy stashed onto it. You just Cotton Ball Star that Pokemon down, and your troubles are over. So, we'll see if that leads anywhere. We have Mimikyu V returning from, I think, Chilling Reign, I believe it was. And then we finally get Mimikyu V Max. Very, very cool artwork. Max whopping 300 HP, occult number. I don't know if that's going to stay as the attack type. 2 colorless energy, which is actually pretty nice, so you can splash it into whatever deck that you want to play. Put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If you played Acerora's Premonition from your hand during this turn, you put 13 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. That could actually add up very, very nicely. Gives you a really nice spread deck setup. So we'll see with the VMAX, it being a VMAX and giving 3 prizes. I don't know if that's going to cut being in the meta or not, but we will find out. And then Max Shadow for 2 Psychic Energies, 120 damage, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Not the greatest. I mean, discarding resources from the opponent is not always a bad thing, forcing them into a top deck situation. So we'll see where that one goes. So moving on down, we have on to fighting types. The one card that I think is actually going to be shaking up things as a a non-V-Star V-Max attacker is going to be Lucario, so 120 HP on stage 1. Roaming Resolve ability. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a fighting energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Easy Energy Acceleration for 2 damage counters, and then for 2 fighting energies, Continuous Aura Sphere, 10 damage, discard all fighting energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discard. So, you go first, or you evolve it, you get some energy on the Riolu, you evolve it next turn, use the ability, you got 3 energy on it, you are doing 190 damage. So, it kind of adds up pretty quickly. It's pretty nice for a non-V Pokemon. So, we'll see if that makes the cut as a stage 1. I really think we're going to be seeing that a lot. A very, very strange looking muck. I don't really know how to feel about that one. Honchkrow V, which we get an alternate art for, is Honcho's Stash ability. This Pokemon can have up to 4 tools attached to it. This ability stops working, discard tools until there's only 1 attached to it. Kind of interesting. So we're getting a couple decent tools this set, and so we'll see if tools are really going to make that much of a difference. I don't know with this card particularly. There could be some combos that we're going to set up that I'm not thinking of right now. But with the attack, Shadow Fear for 2 dark, 1 colorless, 130 damage, and your opponent reveals their hand. I don't really think it's going to be making that much of an impact, but we will see. Spiritomb always gets some crazy combo decks, so this one may or not, wind up and kind of lurking in the low ends of the meta. But we got Ticking Terror for 1 colorless until the end of your next turn. The defending Pokemon's weakness is now Darkness type. And for 1 Darkness Energy, Curse Drop, put 2 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So that's not super spectacular, but we're getting a lot of spread attackers this set as well. So could see a really nice spread deck popping up. So Liepard, you're only going to be using this card for its ability. Very, very cool artwork, however. It looks like Catwoman out of the DC verse. So trade ability, you must discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. Very simple, very effective. Nothing more to say there. Moving on down, Morpeko V gets an amazing artwork. I absolutely love Morpeko V. It looks spectacular. So Bite and Run for 30 damage, or Bite and Run for 2 colorless does 30 damage, and switch it. You may switch it with one of your bench Pokemon, and Hungry Spite for 2 darkness, 1 colorless, 120 damage. If you played Marnie's Pride during your turn, this attack does 120 more damage, so 240 for 2 darkness, 1 colorless. Not bad. It's a really cool card to look at though. Aggron V is, I mean, you're always going to assume when you see Aggron and Tyranitar that you're going to have just 2 strong attacks for just outrageous attack costs. So Aggron V, probably one of the highest Pokemon V HPs at 230. Rock Slide does 90 damage. This attack does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so not terrible. More spread. Merciless Strike for 1 metal, 4 colorless. 150 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it. 150 more damage, so 300 damage, but 5 energy attack. Aggron VMAX looks very cool. 330 HP. Crack Stomp, 150 damage. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck for 1 metal, 2 colorless, not terrible. And then, of course, for 2 metal and 3 colorless, 5 energy again. Max Takedown, 270 damage and 30 damage to itself. So, nothing too spectacular. We do have Kling Klang coming in, which is pretty nice. I don't know if Kling Klang actually has any decent playable cards, but this one actually is terrible. Gear Wall, your basic Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks. Tumbling Attack, 90 damage. Flip a coin, if heads does 90 more damage. So kind of a really nice, card to protect your basic types there. And we pressed back one too many times, so we're gonna scroll all the way down here, and we are back on track. Getting to the dragon types, we got Garchomp, which gets a stage 2 type card. Very cool artwork. Chopping down some wood. Ability is Sound Slip. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon during your next turn. Not terrible. Dragon Blade for 1 water, 1 fighting, 160 damage. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Nah. And you got Haxorus there, nothing too spectacular. And a Dracovish. This card, I don't even know what to say about this card. So 220 basic type V, 60 damage. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tools attached to your opponent's Pokemon. If you discarded any tools this way, 120 more damage, so 180 if your opponent's active Pokemon has any tools. Dragon Strike for 1 grass, 2 water, 210 damage. It cannot use it next turn. It's fine. So a lot of jump V's in here. Beta Barrel gets a nice evolution final, or nice stage 1 card. Efficient Front Teeth is the ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have a 5 in your hand. We will be seeing this card in meta decks, don't you worry. And we have RCSV. The RCSV V-Star lineup is absolutely incredible. So RCSV, 220 HP, colorless type. Trinity Charge for 2 colorless. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy. Attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. So it is good to know that Pokemon V does also include Pokemon VMAX and V-Star. So it's not just the physical actual Pokemon V. Power Edge for 3 colorless, 130 damage. It's fine. And Arceus V-Star, 280 HP. Trinity Nova, absolutely incredible attack for 3 colorless, 200 damage. And you search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards, attaching them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. Absolutely incredible energy acceleration. And 200 damage for 3 colorless is not bad at all. 3 energy of any type you want. And the incredible Starbirth V-Star Power. During your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Absolutely phenomenal. So you could potentially use Starbirth to get any support of this that you want, and an item card or an energy or an evolution type. You literally use your supporter card and you get your attack all in 1 turn. It's absolutely incredible. Any card that allows you to search your deck for a card of any type usually has some kind of turn ends, computer search, you have to discard 2 other cards from your hand. This card just straight up, search your deck for 2 cards, put them in your hand, and then you get to use you get to just do everything that you would do in your normal turn. Absolutely incredible. I think that we're going to be seeing Arceus V-Star in a lot more decks than people give it credit for. Tornadus, a basic type Pokemon. Oops. So there's Tornadus. Ability Sudden Cyclone, gusting your opponent's Pokemon from their bench to their active spot. Blasting when only does 100 damage, but you're not using it for that. Grandpa gets a V-Star card, nothing spectacular. And we'll take a look at some of the new trainers that are coming in Brilliant Stars. So Acer was Premonition, very cool. Your opponent reveals their hand, draw a card for each trainer you find there. So could be decent if you have to, if you're in a pinch spot. This way too situation will be a very reliable card, unless you're using the Gengar Mimikyu or something, that forces your opponent into a large hand where they can't utilize the cards right off the bat. Barry, draw 3 cards, that's fine. Boss's Orders, featuring Cyrus this time instead of Lysander, but he doesn't want to pop up, so that's fine. There you go. Very cool. Cafe Master, supporter card, search your deck choose up to 3 of your bench Pokemon, then search your deck for that many basic energies of different types, attach them to your Pokemon, and your turn ends. It's fine. Sharon's Care, put 1 of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters on it attached. And all cards attached to it into your hand, so, I guess unless you're saving your Arceus, you're not really going to be using that card much. Choice Belt will be in every single deck that comes out, I guarantee it. Pokemon Tool, the attacks of your Pokemon. This card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V. Yes, that will be in every single deck. Collapse Stadium drops your bench sizes, both players' bench sizes to 4. Cynthia's Ambition, we get a Cynthia card. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your last turn, draw until you have 8 cards. So, could be a little situational, but not terrible. I like original Cynthia, shuffle your hand and redraw 6, but, you can't always get what you want. Freshwater Set, heal damage. Friends of Gower, draw 3 cards, fine. Gloria, search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon that don't have a rule box and put them onto your bench, so no V-Stars, no Vs, no abilities, no nothing like that. You got Kindler, which you can use only if you discard a fire energy. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, shuffle the rest of the cards back into your deck, it's fine. Magma Basin is a staple for fire decks now. Once during each player's turn, that player may attach a fire energy card from their discard pile to one of their bench fire Pokemon. If a player attaches an energy card to their Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on it. So there you go. Charizard V-Star is instantly doing all its max damage, and Moltres is doing its instant max amount of damage. Marnie's Pride, very cool artwork from the starter deck. Attach a energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Professor's Research, we all know what that does, it's not a new card. Roseanne's Backup is a new trainer card. Choose 1 or all the above. Shuffle Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. Shuffle Pokemon Tool from your discard pile into your deck. Stadium or energy card from your discard pile into your deck. Team Yell's Cheers, shuffle 3 cards. Any combination Pokemon and supporters, except for discard into your from your discard pile into your deck. Ultra Ball is of course back, so that is why the older version of that shot straight up in a matter of less than 24 hours whenever we got the release of the starter deck 100 from Japan. And finally, double Turbo Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides double colorless. However, it knocks down the damage output by 20. So secret rares in Brilliant Stars, we have a 4-art Shaman V, a 4-art Charizard V, which looks absolutely spectacular. Beautiful, beautiful card. This is going to be the big money maker, however, of the set, or one of many, I guess. It's going to be the Charizard V versus that Venusaur. It's amazing, amazing artwork, and I'm sure it looks a lot better in person. Luminion V is fine. Luminion alternate art, I hate to say it, but it's not that spectacular. So if we play it, it's only going to be because of the ability. Pikachu V gets a beautiful, beautiful full art version. Raichu V is here. Granbull, Whimsicott, Honchkrow, also with an alternate art. Looks pretty cool. You got the little baby grows in the background there. And Zamazenta V. We don't get Zacian yet, but Zamazenta V. So 220 HP on a basic metal type. A Royal Stance ability. You can use this ability only once during your turn. If you do, your turn ends. Discard your hand, draw 5 cards. Pretty freaking good. So as long as you attach your energy cards and you have really no other option, you're not going to be attacking, draw 5 cards. That's fine. And Revenge Burst for 1 metal, 2 colorless, 120 damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each prize your opponent has already taken. Nothing spectacular. Flygon V, Arceus V, and the alternate art for Arceus V looks absolutely beautiful, brilliant, everything that we've wanted from an alternate art. These supporter cards that get full arts, we got Barry, we got Sharon's Care, Cynthia's Ambition, looks pretty cool. You got Kindler, I still prefer Welder. Marnie's Pride, I'm sure, will be much more different than the Japanese version, if you catch my drift. Roseanne's Backup. And the secret rare rainbow cards that we're going to get include Shaman V-Star, the Charizard V-Star, which would be the big trace card of the set. Absolutely incredible artwork. Whimsicott V, I think we'd be better off without. Arceus V-Star will be a very valuable card as well. And of course, we have the trainer lineup that all got the full art treatment as well. Gold cards for the set. Galarian Articuno V, Galarian Zapdos V, and Galarian Moltres V. Y'all know how I feel about gold cards. These things are freaking beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. This Brilliant Stars is going to be a money pit for me. It's really going to be. There's so many cards there's so many chase cards. It's not even that big of a set, but there's just so many cards that I really want in my collection. This Arceus V-Star is probably my favorite card from the set. Yes, even over Rainbow, Charizard, V-Star. I say that, and if I pull either one of them, I'll say the other one is my chase card from that on. But absolutely incredible. Then we got Magma Basin gets a gold card, and the Return of Ultra Ball deserves a gold star treatment. So that is the main set of Brilliant Stars. However, like I said, we have TG01 through TG30. These will be in the reverse rare slot. So this is the first time that we're going to get the chance to pull Pokemon V and VMAX in addition to the character rares in the reverse rare slot. So we're going to take a look at all 30 cards here. Flareon looks absolutely incredible with blue. Oh my gosh, we got a Vaporeon with blue, and we'll go here. This is my personal favorite out of all 3. You got Jolteon, blue in the background, just commanding him to do that thunder attack. Absolutely incredible. Artillery is meh. Zekrom looks freaking beautiful with N just riding his back. Such an elegant card. Dusknoir is alright. Looks okay. Dedenne looks absolutely beautiful. Very good job. I love the colors on this card. Alcremie, I think we can do without, but unfortunately that's probably the card that we pull the most. We got Ariados spinning his web. Houndoom looks absolutely spectacular, and it's still a meta-relevant card with single strike decks. Eevee looks very cool. You got Oranguru just kind of chilling somewhere tropical. Bolton V, it's fine. Sylveon V and VMAX. This is probably my favorite alternate art character rare, I guess, out of all the VMAX cards. EV Evolution VMAX cards, I'm sorry. So we got Mimikyu watching TV, Mimikyu VMAX with Acerola landing on his tummy. These Urshifu V cards are spectacular. So Single Strike looks pretty good. Rapid Strike, oh my gosh, you got Mustard in the foreground training this guy, and this is going to be one of my personal favorite character rare cards from this set. Urshifu VMAX, Rapid Strike, character rare. It looks like Predator. It's just the colors. This card is beautiful. It's to scale. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough about this card. It looks absolutely spectacular. Oh my gosh, I love it. And of course we have Umbreon and Umbreon VMAX. They're fine. You got Acerola's Premonition, character rare. We got Cafe Master. Of course they're going to put these cards in here. You got Gloria, whose skirt will probably be longer, maybe she'll even be in jeans. Mustard Rapper Strike, Mustard Single Strike are fine. And of course, the final icing on the cake, we get two we get two more gold cards that could possibly be in the reverse rare slot. So you could literally open up a booster pack, get Urshifu, one of the Urshifu VMAX gold cards in your reverse rare slot, and then you could pull one of the birds gold cards in the actual rare slot. I can't. I just can't with this set. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. Alright guys, so there you go. That is the spoiler, the whole entire set list for Brilliant Stars. Let me know down here in the comment section what you guys think. Is Brilliant Stars really going to be worth the hype? Is it going to be a flop set? My guess is going to be it's going to be one of the hardest hitting sets. It's going to surpass Evolving Skies. What was the other set? I don't even know. It's gonna surpass everything. It's gonna exceed everyone's expectations and beyond. The fact that you can literally pull any of those character rares, alternate arts, the V cards in the reverse rare slot, and still have a chance to hit one of the amazing cards out of Brilliant Stars all in the same pack is absolutely incredible. Cosmic Eclipse was severely underappreciated in its time, and then now we're all clamoring, we're paying ridiculous amounts of money to buy Cosmic Eclipse packs just to hit those character rares. I really honestly think that Brilliant Stars is going to be the same way, but yeah, it's going to be amazing. We already have rainbow rares of we got 5 different Charizards in this set. It's absolutely insanity. So I think it's going to be one of the hardest hitting sets that we're going to get, and I think with these character rares being included in the reverse rare slot for the foreseeable future, because I think Japan's finally realized that that they're extremely popular. That is where the moneymaker is. So we'll be seeing those character rares in that reverse rare slot for a long time. So it's going to be in a very expensive 2022 for the Pokemon TCG. But again, let me know what you guys all think. Like I said, if you would please, if you like the video, thumbs up it, whatever, and then subscribe to the channel if you have not. If it's your first time, welcome. Let me know what you guys all think in the comment section, and I will see you guys this weekend for the pre-release of Brilliant Stars.